Ladies and gentlemen, I just defeated the GOAT of Pokemon, the best player of all time, Wolfe Glick. I just beat him in a regional where he won the entire thing. That shit is crazy, first of all, because it was like a fever dream. I don't know what happened. It was a blur, but at the same time, I can actually remember every single moment from the second I saw the pairing. For those of you who don't know, I mean, I'm sure all of you do, Wolfe is the GOAT. WolfeyVGC is the reason why I play this game. He is the reason why millions of people play this game. He is the Michael Jordan of this game. He is the Magnus Carlsen of Pokemon. He's the fucking GOAT. And I told this to him too. Like, he is the only player in the entire world where I actually feel like a fan. No one else. I don't care who you are. You're just a normal human being. But Wolfe, chill, man. That's like playing Michael Jordan, bro. And I got the opportunity. And I'm telling you the feeling, let me actually just walk you guys through what it felt like when this all happened. Wow. So I go to the Toronto Regionals. For those of you who don't know, the Toronto Regional Championships is one of the grand events of the Pokemon VGC Video Game Championship circuit that happens every single year. So basically, a bunch of players from around the world, mainly North America, come together to battle Pokemon, where they play a bunch of rounds against each other, 1v1, brain versus brain, to see who comes out the strongest. And the way it works is that after every round, you play someone who has the same record as you. So for example, all 791 players in the beginning start out with a 0-0 record. So you build your team, you register, and then you bring your Nintendo Switch and you play people who have the same exact record, right? So you're 0-0. You play someone else who's 0-0, and me, I always win round one because only like most oftentimes people you play in the first round are not really that good, especially if you are good. So I haven't lost my round one in I think almost all of my tournaments except my first. So fingers crossed I can keep that going. And then second round I won as well. So now I'm 2-0. So then I play another person who's 2-0, and I win that game as well. So now I'm 3-0. And the way this whole tournament works is that to play in the next day, to qualify for the next like playoffs and like the kind of next level of competition is where you have to go 6-2 at least to play in the next day. So I'm 3-0, and there's 5 rounds left. So I have to go at least 3-2 in these 5 rounds. And I win my third match against my friend, and I'm 3-0. I'm feeling great. And I look at my phone and I refresh the page. Basically, for those of you who don't know, when you're at these tournaments, they post your pairings online when the round before is done and the new round is announced. And I was gonna think, you know what? Give me a no-name. Give me another random. I'll cook whoever plays me. I'm better than them. I'm literally calling the entire tournament McFree. I haven't played in 9 months. I'm a relatively average, I think slightly above average player. Who knows? But I'm feeling confident, right? And I refresh my phone and I scroll down to see who I'm paired up with. I swear it moved in slow motion and my heart literally stopped beating. It said Darsh Patel versus Wolfe Glick. Yep. I literally couldn't breathe in that moment. I said, oh my God, I'm playing the GOAT. I'm playing against Michael Jordan. I'm playing against Magnus Carlsen. This is the craziest opportunity I've ever had. For context, all of my friends actually have had a chance to play him before. My friend Jeremy Boyd had a win-in versus him at a regional in Charlotte in 2022 or 2023, and he lost on stream. My friend Benji Carney lost. My friend Kevin Miller had a chance to play him, lost. My friend Thomas Hayden played against him, lost. He has beaten my entire friend group. He's beaten the entire world. He has 9 regional championships. He's won a world championships. He's won an international champion. He is the best player of all time. And to him, I'm another player. I'm someone else. I'm gonna be added to the list of casualties that he has ran through. I call everyone McFree. He's the definition of McFree. Everyone he's beaten is McFree to him. He's the GOAT. And there I was, looking at my phone, paired up against God. Paired up against the titan of this game, bro. Like, what the fuck is happening to me? And low-key, I'm gonna be honest, like in my head, you know, I thought like if I'm gonna lose to someone, if I'm gonna go 3-1, like at least I get to play the best player in the world. At least I get a chance. Not even a chance. I thought there was no chance I could win. At least I get an opportunity to have said that I played the best player. I got to play against WolfeyVGC, the GOAT. But then I had this weird thought in the back of my mind where it was like, why do I feel like I can win? Why do I feel like, for whatever reason, I have my chance here? Is it? But like, then you know, it's like, I don't think it's really possible. There's no way. And all I do is show my friends. We're all jumping around up and down. I text my friends at home. Guys, I got paired against Wolfe. Wish me luck. Let's see what happens. This is pretty damn cool. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that I get one shot at the king. I get one shot at the king, and I don't want to miss. For some weird reason, I had this confidence to myself, genuinely, where I feel like I can beat anyone. I really do believe that. But I've never had the chance to play a player like Wolfe. I've beaten pretty strong players in the past. I've beaten regional champions like Ashton Cox. I've beaten other regional champions like Rajan Ball. I've cooked them pretty easily, in fact. But I've never got a chance at a world champion, at Wolfe Glick, the GOAT of GOATs. Your favorite player's favorite player. So there I go. And I said, you know what? It's time to sit down and sit across from him. And I swear to God, I felt like the slowest walk ever. It was like the dream of so many players like me and you who are average players who go to regionals for fun. And I go there and I sit down and I'm waiting for him. And I can't hear anything else. I can't feel anything else. All I can do is feel this pressure in my chest. I can't breathe. My heart is beating literally out of my, I can't even put it into words. And there he comes, so calm, his aura like oozing out of his body. And I'm like, wow, this is Michael fucking Jordan. This is Magnus Carlsen. This is the GOAT. And he sits down and it's so calm, the aura. I don't wanna be a fanboy. I'm not gonna say, oh my God, you're my inspiration. You're the best player I've ever played against. I'm so grateful. You were the reason I got into this game. I'm never gonna say that because I wanna win. I have one chance. If I lose, I'll say whatever after the game's over. But right now, I got my shot at the king, at the GOAT. I better not miss. I don't want to miss because if I win, this will be my greatest victory of all time because I'm an average player. I'm like you guys watching this video. Most of us don't have a regional win or a top 8 or a top 16 or have ever won money playing this. We just burn our money to go have fun with our friends and go to this regional and play with our favorite Pokemon in the game. That's me. I haven't played in 9 months. I basically quit the game. And all the love I had for this game came back to me. I felt like Ash Ketchum, bro. I actually did. I felt like a character in the anime. I felt like Luffy from One Piece, bro. I was like, yo, this is my boss battle. And it's only round 4, but it felt like the finals. It felt like the 4th quarter. Me versus you. Brain versus brain. David versus Goliath. And they said the round can start. So I said, all right, I'll set up the Union Circle. We'll set up the online game. And we got right into the game. And he said, good luck. He shook my hand. And in the back of my head, I thought, this is not just a game to me. I have a chance to do something special. I loaded in and we got into game 1. So game 1 is about to start, but before the game can even get started, we have team preview. This is where I look at his team sheet and I have to decide, okay, what is my strategy? Because in this game, you can actually see all of his Pokemon, what his moves are, and what their abilities are and their items. This allows me to understand his pieces and make a game plan for myself. So I saw 6 Pokemon: Politoed, Archaludon, Kingdra, Gothitelle, and
Zesty ass boy, why you
the
say
first thing I
Gothitelle like
noticed
that?
is that this is a Perish Song team. Politoed has Perish Song and Gothitelle traps. But I have a key weapon up my sleeve. I have Goldango, who is immune to Perish Song because his ability, Good as Gold, allows me to not get impacted by non-damaging moves. That's a huge plus. Also, Gothitelle can't trap ghost types, which doesn't just help my Goldango, who's a natural ghost type, but my Grimmsnarl, who's Terra Ghost, and my Mousehole, who's also Terra Ghost. So I knew that I had to build a plan around Goldango. So in the minute and 30 seconds I have to pick my team, pick my strategy, and come up with my master plan to take down the GOAT, at least in game 1, I decide to go with Goldango and Grimmsnarl. This allows me to set up screens in case he goes for an offensive mode with Kingdra or Archaludon, but also that Terra Ghost next to Goldango, just in case he tries to get tricky with it and wants to, you know, play some of his Perish Song trapping mind games. And in the back, I went with Archaludon, who was really fast, max speed, just in case his Archaludon was just as fast. Hint, hint, it was. And my Dragonite, who I knew had a lot of damage, had Scale Shot, and could impact the game strongly. So we get into the game, and he leads Politoed next to Archaludon. But his Archaludon is not like mine, not bulky with an assault vest. He is a sturdy over stamina, which basically acts as a focus sash, which means you can get killed in one attack, but he's also Terra Electric with a power herb. So now I know one thing. I have a weird feeling his Archaludon is faster than my Goldango. So what do? I click Protect and Light Screen. He Weather Balls into my Grimmsnarl, and then he Terra Electric Electro Shots into my Goldango. Okay, so what did I learn from this? I learned that he wants to get rid of my Gholdengo fast because his Politoed has Perish Song, and I'm assuming Gothitel's in the back. So what do I do next turn after my screen is up? I make a crazy play and I double switch. I switch in Dragonite for my Grimmsnarl and my Archaludon for my Gholdengo. And now I get them both in. He attacks my Archaludon.
That's smart as fuck.
Both don't take any damage. And now I have a really good advantage. I have speed. I have power. Because before his other Mon can move, I will get at least 2 attacks off. And I know that Wolf knows this too. He's a very safe player, a defensive player, likes to make neutral plays. I've watched him for years. So I had a really gut feeling that he would protect his Archaludon and switch out the Politoed for a fake out user, and I fucking sniped him. I read him like a book. Bookworm. If he's a goat, I'm the butcher. And I made a hard read. I electro shot and scale shot into the other slot, doing a lot of damage and giving me a crucial positioning. Now, my Dragonite is faster than his Archaludon, and I have a max speed Archaludon. So even if he's just as fast, I'm going to go first half of the time. So what happens the next turn? He protects, he can't protect the turn after that. I double attack into his Archaludon, I kill it. And now I'm up 4-3, and his only damage dealer is gone. All he has left is Politoed, Incineroar, and Gothitelle. I managed to hold on to my pieces, preserve my damage, preserve Gholdengo, and I win the game. Wait, did I just say that properly? Did I just beat the GOAT? Am I up 1-0 on Wolfey? Yeah, you already fucking know I am. I'm actually fucking him. I'm him, I'm that guy. But the job's not finished. As Kobe says, the job's not finished. I didn't beat him. I beat him once, but I did not win the set. Because in VGC, to win a round, you have to win 2 out of 3. Okay, well, I'm ready. If I could beat him once, why can't I beat him again? This is a moment that all of us dream of. Being 1-0 up on the best player of all time, the greatest player of all time, the fucking GOAT. This is what dreams are made of. I have to win one more game, and I have 2 tries to do it. But guys, I'm gonna be real. I rolled him that game. It was a really easy match. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I did not have to think very hard. I had to make one risky play, one read, and I won the game, and that's what happened. So I know game 2 is not gonna be as easy. There's no way he can lead the same thing. My plan is the same. I'm gonna go with Grimmsnarl and Gholdengo with Archaludon and Dragonite. My #1 goal, if he goes with the same exact team, is remove the Archaludon. Remove it. That is my #1 goal. So what do? We load into the game. I lead the same thing, but so does he? Okay, so I want to go with a different play because if I protect Gholdengo this time and he double attacks into my Grimmsnarl, I lose so much mileage. So I decide to attack with Gholdengo, break the sturdy on Archaludon, and set up Light Screen. I do just that. I get chip on Archaludon, I get my screen, and we're in a similar position to game 1. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna bring in the big guns, bring in my damage. So back in come my Pokemon. I bring in Archaludon, I bring in Dragonite, and we get into the same state of game that we were in game 1. The question is, it's a 50-50. Does he protect Archaludon like he does game 1? Or does he not? And he calls my bluff and he attacks. What do? Do I make the crazy play? Do I ignore the Archaludon again? Or do I think that he tried to condition me in the first game and go with the exact opposite play, trying to affect my line of thinking with his magical GOAT powers? I had a feeling he would do that. I had a feeling he would not protect Archaludon, even though it was under a threat of a one-hit knockout from my own Archaludon. So I said, screw it. I attacked him towards Archaludon. I clicked body press, Draco Meteor. I just nuked that thing. And I guess I won the speed tie. And down the Archaludon goes. The London Bridge has fallen. Olympus has fallen. Zeus is down. Like a great white shark, I can smell the blood. If he's a goat bleeding in the water. I can see it. I can see the path to victory. I was in a dark cave, a dark tunnel, and the light appeared. I see it. It's right there. I just gotta follow it and grab it. That's all I have to do. It's so close. So I kill the Archaludon and I play the same game. Play smart, preserve my pieces, save my damage, stall out Trick Room, set up screens, click Thunder Wave, and I do it. Next thing I know, it says you beat WolfeyVGC. Guys, I just beat Wolfey? I just beat Wolfe Glick, the best player in the world? There's no way. I can't believe it. This can't be. He's the best player in the world. But guess what, guys? I'm him. You know, it's the funny thing, man. Everyone is so nervous. So many Pokemon players are so nervous before their big moment. But if you're confident and you can make the right plays, I'm telling you, you can literally beat anyone. What I've learned about this matchup was that I knew that the Goldengo was my big piece and the Arcaludon was the wall I had to break through. I don't care if that's Wolfey. I don't care if that's any other random player. If I know my goal, I'm gonna go for my goal. And the better players, this is a pro tip for all of you players who are playing against good players, is that they think that they can make safe plays on you because it's neutral enough and you have to make the play to beat them. They put you in a position to make the hard read. So there's a great chance that you mess up yourself, right? So you have to take that chance. Like, you have to trust your instinct. And that's what I did. And I slayed the GOAT. I took down the king. I had one shot at the king, and I fucking gave him that headshot. Dome to the crib. Guys, I beat him. I beat Wolf. I don't know how it happened, but this was the most pivotal moment ever. And most people are gonna ask me, what's it like? You just took down the best player in history. You just dunked on Jordan. I just dunked on Jordan. It's a pretty cool feeling. After the game, I said GG's. I shook his hand and I told him, Wolf, I really appreciate you. You know, I was so honored to play this set. You were the best player I've ever played and you are my inspiration to the game. Best of luck the rest of the tournament. I hope to see you again. And I left. I had a slip in my hand. Wolfey signed it and I circled my name as the winner. What? That's crazy. It's like a dream everyone has. Not just to play Wolf, but beat him? It's like I don't know, man. And after I won that game, I had a feeling I was in for a special weekend. I really had a feeling it was gonna happen. And little did I know that I was gonna top cut my first ever regional. And if you wanna watch and see how I finished in the top 8 of the Toronto VGC Regional Championships, basically fueled by this run, by me cooking Wolfey, again, if he's the GOAT, I'm the butcher. And if you wanna watch how I cooked up the rest of the competition and called them all McFree, because they were, check out this video right here, where I go over my entire experience at Toronto getting into the top 8. Crazy.